Hello and welcome to the introduction of the 25 must-haves for website design. Most people, business to business, need a website presence. It is not even a question anymore. You need to be online, you need to have an on-site presence, and you need to have a great website that will capture leads and will do some conversion for you, and will also help you demonstrate your authority and your credibility in your industry, chosen industry. Unfortunately, a recent survey still shows that 40% of small businesses don't have a website, which to me is just, it's crazy, because the way that people now review companies, the first thing that we all do is Google them and see what kind of presence they have online, what their website looks like, what their customer service looks like, what their social media presence is, how they deal with their customers online. So if you don't have a presence online and you don't have a website, you're missing out terribly on the market. Having a website alone isn't just the key to results, though. Instead, you have to really turn your website into an inbound marketing machine. So you can't just have a website. It has to perform for you. It needs to attract visitors, it needs to educate them and convince them to buy. So let's get started on the things that you need. Now, 10 years ago, the seller was in control because there was no information. So if you wanted something, you had to actually go to the store, or you had to call a sales representative of the company. You had to get involved with the company shorthand and believe pretty much what they sold you. There was no way of really researching it as much as there is today. Today, the buyer's in control. By the time they get to your business, they've looked at you online. They've looked at the way that you deal with your customers online through social media. They've looked at the content, the product. They've searched reviews of your business. So, I mean, by the time they get to you, they're convinced that they want to buy from you. So the big thing is basically getting them to that convinced stage by providing them information and content on your website that will help them through that journey from awareness to actually buying from you. Before, you had access to brochures and data sheets, white papers, price sheets, testimonials, sometimes from friends or referrals. Today you have like all of that, but you also have like website content, you have podcasts, you have blogs, you have discussion groups and forums. And so there's really a huge difference between what was and what is today. So how do you get found online? Now, first of all, you have to have a great website. So your website has to be, you have to have a good theme. You have to have a good hosting company. You have to have forms that provide lead generation. You have to have a clean look, a clean menu, all these different things. But also, you have to do certain things in order to make that website work for you. One of those things is link building. What is link building, or inbound links? Every website on the internet has the goal of reaching #1 position in search engines. But there's only one spot basically per keyword phrase or keyword. So how do you get up there? Off-page search engine optimization is the most important factor to increasing your results. And it's basically about building inbound links. And essentially that means getting other quality websites that have a high authority online to link back to you. So to give you an idea of that, let me put it this way. So just to make you understand. So I have, let's say I do a website for a government entity. Government websites have high authority online. And if it's well built, again, the credibility of it, the amount of information, the amount of data, there's a lot involved in making it credible and authoritative. But a quick Google search in your domain and in your industry as authoritative websites will bring up a lot of different websites that you'd want to hook up with. Something like YouTube and Facebook and Yahoo and all these different types of websites have a high authority and high credibility level, high ranking online. So anything that you can link through, if I have done a good job and this association or this government ends up putting my link of my business on their website as stating that we've done some work for them and we've been really good at it, that is a high valuable inbound link that will definitely generate traffic back to my website. The same goes for any other directory that has a high authoritative level. Now, not everybody will link to you, not everybody will want to. It's a give and take situation, and you have to be able to convince them that there's an added value. There's a few tips on building inbound links. So if you create high quality educational or entertaining content, so if people like your content, they'll naturally link to it. So if you write an ebook on digital marketing with checklists and with really detailed information that really helps your user go through it, then of course that will take a viral effect and people will want it because it'll save them time, it'll save them money, so they will definitely link to it and they'll share it as well. You want also to submit your business to online directories. That's an easy way to start to be able to have inbound links. If you do a short Google search on top 50 local online directories in your area, or if you do just top 50 online directories, it'll come up. You can download that and create what I call an Excel citation directory submission. Make sure that all of the information that you submit to each one of those directories is exactly the same as the other. That's very, very important. But that's one good way to start. You can write guest posts on other blogs. So find blogs that are in your niche market but not competitive to you, that you would share a target audience, and in that way write a beautiful, a high value blog post and ask them to post it on their blogs. Sometimes bloggers, they run out of content and they like to be able to share high valuable content with their target audience to keep them captivated, keep them engaged. So it's an easy way to get a link back. And just be upfront about it when you're contacting them. Just be nice about it and say, I have this really great idea and I'd like to be able to share it with your target audience. And some people will say yes, some people will ask for a financial exchange. But again, be honest and authentic when you approach them, and that usually works really well. Now, on-page search engine optimization is a definite important thing that you need for your website. This consists of basically placing your most important keywords within the content elements of your actual page. So those include like headlines, subheadlines, body content, image tags, and links. Oftentimes on-page SEO is referred to as keyword density. So you can't you can't put too much, you can't put too little. It's a bit of a balance. A lot of people have a plugin called Yoast on their WordPress sites, and Yoast is great because it provides, for each page, it provides a section on the page in the back end, and it shows you what the SEO keyword focus would be for that page, what the URL, the SEO URL should be, what the meta description should be, what the image titles should be. And again, if you follow those correctly, then you're increasing again your chances of gaining organic traffic to your website. A lot of pages, it's stunning to me to see that a lot of businesses that I work with that had their website designed by someone else, when I go on there, I see the missing parts of that. Or when I do, if you want to see actually how your website is doing, go to my website, www.Klaude Furlong Consulting, so KLAUDE CONSULTING, Furlong, FURLONG consulting.com or .ca, sorry. And if you go there on the first page, you can actually put your URL in the page, and you will get a report that shows you all the things that your website is lacking or doing well with when it comes to SEO and those things that I'm actually talking to you about. It'll show you if you're missing meta descriptions, or if your images are missing tags or things like that. And if you correct those little things, you can actually increase your SEO efforts. It's very important that each page should have a focused keyword. So if you have a page, it's better to split your services, one page, one service. So instead of having your services all on one page saying, okay, I do this and this and that, it's much better to have one page, one landing page for each service, because then you can actually target that keyword and make sure that everything on that website, on that page, talks about the keyword. And it can be, it doesn't have to be like, okay, so website design. So if I put website design as my title, that's the keyword. But I can say how to, increase website design in search engine optimization. How to develop website design checklists. How to, all these different things on the page answer a multitude of search questions. And that will give me more and more and more traffic in doing it this way, because I still have a focus on the keyword that I want to rank for, but I'm also using long tail keywords as well. And it's very important to do that. And of course, like I said before, part of that is your headers, your header 1, header 2, header 3, header 4, header 5. So again, your keyword should be in all of those, and it's very important to do it that way. Title tags and meta tags, the meta descriptions are important as well. If you do a quick search on meta descriptions, you'll get a whole bunch of different samples and different examples of what is the best way to do a meta description, and it will help you put it together. Usually my little secret sauce is basically to put the keyword in, to put my company name in, to also put a call to action. So learn more, or call us now, call us today. Maybe you want to put, discount or free consulting, or put something that incites or invites them to actually click on that website. Very important. Now the next thing, and again, it all goes with, if you look at that Yoast plugin for your website, you'll see that it really simplifies this process a lot by putting all those different things needed, and it actually gives you, red dots and green dots and orange dots. So things that are doing well, of course, are green. Things that you really need to look at are red, and things that need improvement are kind of orangey. So it really takes you through a whole bunch of different elements to make sure that your page is really search engine optimized as it possibly can be. Now the next thing is called XML sitemaps. Those sitemaps help Google crawl the content of your website. It gives it a hierarchy of information and importance, and it's basically a listing of all your pages, when they were updated, It's a lot like a subway map. It shows the structure of your website and where the pages are. If you do, again, a quick Google search on XML sitemap creation or tools, it'll show you a bunch of different tools that you can use, and just input your URL in there. It'll create a sitemap for you, and you can add it to it's already added. A lot of companies overlook that, and it's not it does really improve your search engine optimization. So it's not crucial, it won't deter people, but it certainly is an additional way to optimize your website. And it's something that you need to do, because it doesn't cost you anything, it's easy to do, and you need to add it to your website.